Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Peaze coming to another live stream video. Hope you guys check the video out. Monetize these videos, all videos on YouTube. Smash up the like buttons. Smash up those likes. Man. Let's get into this video right now. I'm at the park right now, once again. Dealing with everyday living. Because people don't want sketch or peace or whatnot though to be alive on certain matters, certain cases of matters, I guess. I don't know. People's jealous, people's envious. They got that demon, devil, witch, snatch spirit. You guys know what I'm referring to. Hold on, let me get this camera. Yeah. But anyhow, I just had to come to the park or whatnot, try to get a little bit of some peace of mind at least, even though there's lots of people here than usual, which is surprising though. It's nice out today. As you guys can see, I'm wearing one of my t-shirts that's available now on my website. You can get that for $12.99 right now. So I don't know what people need to understand, man. They need to understand, though, that we live in a very trying time right now. We live in a trying time where people's under critical spiritual warfare. Just like your brother Sketch of Peace, man. I mean, there's really no words to say it. There's really no words to actually relate to the massive incarnation of the society that we live in. Even though, like I said, I got this tremendous rough relationship. And I've been trying to hang on to it for so long. You know how when you just abruptly end a relationship that was so terrible, so messed up, that it gets your whole alignment of your life all contort, all misaligned with yourself. Now I know I've said this in the past, but I just want to make mention that, you know, when you take your walk with God, and when God answers you, no matter how brutal the circumstances might be or might become, sometimes you have to live within Him in order for Him to be the ultimate source within your life, And that's the part right there that, this is the problem with society, the problem with people that think they do truly believe in God, but really they actually don't. They reveal their shadow selves upon others, upon castrating of what God really truly is, or what it actually feels to look like, to make believe to take that walk. Because see, I was on misalignment when I was doing the whole porn stuff, when I was doing, adult videos with that, and, basically dealing with witches. That, like I said, my former ex-girlfriend was a witch. And I try to get her close to God. See, that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Is that I try to get her close to God, and she decided that her life was dedicated towards Lucifer. That her whole life is dedicated towards bowing down to man's society. That was the whole thing of how it let our relationship pull apart. Which, of course, any person with common sense know is that, two people got two different beliefs, or whatever the case may be, they ain't gonna pan out. And not for too long. Now I hung in here. She asked me to be a friend for her. She wanted to be friends with me. How can you just not just be, I don't know, any one of the people that you have on your little dating apps, that you have on your little phone, or whatever the case may be, and just, you know, just be normal. Like I said, she wanted me to become something other than myself. And that's a problem that I wasn't raised on, that my parents truly raised me to become the man I am still now today. Regardless of what the walks that I had to take through the path of what I had to reassign myself, of becoming the trueness of who I really am to the deepest core of my heart, of my soul. And I just can't, I can't content with that. With others that want to project that they're high and mighty, that they think they run people's lives in whatever little ways possible, and has a very big chip on their shoulders of a explicit size of ego, of shadow cells that they have not worked on, will not work on, and don't want to work on. And that's like right there, that's the problem. That's the problem. And I've pretty much worked on myself where it just clashes with another individual that just sees life from a whole different perspective. Now, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the truth. Like I said, I was the only person possibly in this community, other than where church is only a few miles down from where my ex-girlfriend's house is, which currently I'm moving out of as we speak, though, because these prices, man, is you know where it's at. Inflation. And like I said, everything in life ain't a cakewalk. Everything's a process. And like I said, when you give people so many chances, man, to redeem their spirit, when you give people so many chances to become something more bigger than themselves, even if within the profession that they work in or whatever they do, they still want to obligate to the fact, though, that they want to think that you should be this way instead of that way. They want you to go left, but they don't want you to go right with life. And that's something that I can't get with. I can't get with people that's two-faced. I can't get people with that's wishy-washy. See, my ex was wishy-washy with me, ladies and gentlemen. Just like you probably guys had that in your past, even with the current relationships that you guys dealing with now. And a lot of people, they be bowing down to these crystals and these sage, and having all these idolized deities in their houses. I had to rip them shits out. I had to take them out of there while I was still and currently living there. I had to. It was only upsetting the spirit of what through God was telling me and prophesizing me through these downloads upon my regainness of consciousness of my thought of my walk, upon seeing the sight of the third eye of what I've been closed to for so long, so much length of time. And how this world is going, you got Trump now coming president now, of course. Like I said, he's about to sink the fucking whole, he's about to sink the entire America down the tubes forever. I mean, it was pick a two lesser than two evils between Kamala and Trump. But see, nobody didn't want to pick the third wheel. They didn't want to pick the wheel where of the person thyself, of the individual. Nobody want to see a country without voting. Because see, if this was a country without voting, it would be a whole different country. let's put it like this. Let's talk a little bit of the economical politics for a minute, slightly, in this video. Because I know I'm kind of going over everything else with, relationships now. I'm jumping to this. Let's say if we had a country of a councilwomen. If it was a country like that, in anything in that capacity, I think we have a balanced country. It wouldn't have to be deemed by one chairman head. Now, of course, yeah, you got your presidents, of course, but that would only be within business in those establishments. But see, in business, you got committees, you got councils, just like you got the Supreme Court. That right there is like a council cabinet. Now, see, if we had a little more of that, just like in the UK, like in Parliament, the economical structure wouldn't be that bad. It just wouldn't. Not like in America. That's why I'm moving out of here before 2025 gets in good. I was supposed to have been out here back in 2020. In 2020, I was supposed to have been gone. Like I said, the only reason why I held back was due to the fact that I wanted to see some type of changes within people. That I wanted to see some type of changes within my family. That I wanted to see some type of changes within myself, or searching myself for the true capacity of what this life truly actually lives by, through the purposes of what God has bestowed through upon me through my walk journey within my life. I mean, what was the purpose for me to encompass on a vast journey through the different types of prospects in my life if they had only grew, or they had measured not to grow at all? If they only had gave the certain types of capacity of just invigoratively trying to seed some type of promise, if there was any promise at all upon any type of growth, because see, relationships are supposed to grow, and she don't want to make the change. She has a different way of seeing things that I see it. And I'm talking about my relationship again, of course, but I'm just using an example, because every relationships, there got to be some type of substantial growth. See, she wouldn't believe. Let me stop for a minute. She wouldn't believe in a T-shirt like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold up. Hold up, let me... Yeah. An example like that. Either your heart is good or your soul is dog shit. And I said it again and again and again, man. Ladies and gentlemen. Every prophesized that I've been talking about on this channel, regardless of whatever things that we go through daily, we always got to give it up to God, regardless. Now, I'm coming back into being a believing Muslim, but I'm a spiritual Muslim. There's a difference, not a Shiite, not a Sunni Muslim, but a believing, spiritual, untested, unconditional, living human being type of Muslim. That's my walk. See this? That's my walk. Now, people want to believe in Jesus Christ. They want to believe in Yahshua. They want to believe in all these religions, Buddha. Hey, I got no problem with that, though. But at the end of the day, there will be no figure that's going to actually shine that light that you're truly actually looking for. See, he's all around us. That's the big difference there within my spiritual belief. That he's everywhere, that he's talking through me right now while prophesizing this prophetic on this video. And for all you chosen ones out there, you guys keep going. You guys, keep doing what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, we all got to go back to our maker. Even though, like I said, I'm not perfect, I made a lot of somewhat poor choices in my life that I'm not proud of. Just like the bit of the poor choices, coming here in Arizona over 3.5 years ago, when I thought my ex-girlfriend was actually going to be the somewhat purpose in my life. But see, it taught me a lesson learned. It taught me to where how people could really be deceptive, how people could be very cunning and conniving, how people could even be more, even though I already knew that before going into the relationship, because I've been in several relationships in my past, to name a few, that pretty much ran the same course like this one here. And, just recently I met with somebody new, but like I said, I'm not really actually putting my heart on my sleeve like that for people anymore. I'm not. And, people just don't want to get with real. They don't. They don't want me to say the real things, but they want to actually emasculate themselves to becoming something that's less than for themselves. They don't want to have that empowerment inside their core of their soul. Their soul is gone. They don't want to reach to their higher chakra of themselves, of their higher consciousness inside themselves, to become something much better and the best version of themselves in their lives. See, that's why I said there's no growth upon dealing with a spirit or spirits that only wants to accommodate, that only wants to bring you down, than the true self of who you really are, the true identity to the core of who you really are. And see, that's what that was missing out of my life. That's why I woke up. And I've woken up now, and this is like, it's like waking up a sleeping dragon or a sleeping bear. You know how when you poke the bear or whatnot, and you wake up the sleeping bear, the dragon, and it could be either two choices: either you mend fences, or you get your ass fucking burnt, and just settle for what the outcome might be. Because, like I said earlier today, I'm just going to express this, what's going on really in my life even further deeper, is that currently, as a chosen one, of course, we have to go our own walk. Now, just in case I might be homeless, ladies and gentlemen, even though I got in touch with one of my spiritual family members just recently, he's willing to help out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Alameen, thank you. And all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Alameen. And all to God, for the Lord. Like I said, I'm done with this kafir lifestyle that I'm not necessarily, I would say, done. I would say, I'll put it like this. Like I told y'all, there needs to be pro-balance. Now, when I say I'm not necessarily done, is that my journey ain't finished of healing people in my way of healing people through my music. No matter how hard or how bad or how critical it might be, the message of the points of what I make all the time is that you always uplift yourself through what God has bestowed within inside of you, of believing in yourself, of what that truly wasn't there for a long time, that wasn't aligned with you at all. That was the missing void out of your life. And nobody don't want to succumb to that. They don't want to succumb to putting in the work, putting in the effort. They think putting in the efforts is doing shortcuts. They think efforts eating sweets all the time. See, I'm eating a lot of sweets all the time, and I just been telling myself, hell, I don't want no sweets. I want some daggone healthy snacks. I want to get healthy. I want to get health conscious. I want to be subconsciously healthy for the wars that's coming us to come now, since we got this whole thing going on with World War III. Of course, I knew this was going to come to pass. It was going to come to journey within the near future of what we're dealing with on a worldwide economical circumstance of things. Now, I'm sorry, you guys, that I've slightly kind of jumped into a whole lot of topics, though, but not to get off a little bit for what I said earlier was the fact, though, my ex, man, she said that she had enough of me. She said she wanted to put me away. She wanted to put me out, finally, because I'm prophesizing, I'm propheticing growth inside her spirit. See, she don't want to grow with me. She don't want to take that walk anymore. Not just being an ex-partner, but she want to be a friend. She don't want to be a friend to me because I'm on a whole new different path level subconsciously, and she want to be still with the dinosaur type of mentality of the mental slavery that's been encamped, that has been dormant and has been hiding in her life and has been bringing her down even through her career as being a nurse, as being a charge nurse. She don't want to grow to that high echelon level of the 7th level of higher consciousness of purpose of life. See, she don't want to grow with me on that. She don't want to grow with being God conscious more than what she realizes what God conscious really actually represents. And that's just the missing part through a lot of people, man. Millions of people out there. That's the missing link of what truly people think they have God, but they really don't have God, because they like to go to Sunday service and play it for God, but then once they come out of the Sunday service, they say, I want to kill, steal, and not heal. Now, granted, like I told you, I'm not perfect, though. I've said a lot of disparaging things or whatnot around her, to where sometimes the devil gets you creeped up inside you so bad or whatnot, though. It makes you want to say a lot of crazy bullshit and a lot of just messed up, crazy, bad shit. Because like I said, you and I, we're both human beings or whatnot, though, and sometimes that could really hit you left somewhere that you really, truly don't want to hit left at. And you have to really dig down deep, really with that grit of forgiveness sometimes. And ask yourself, can you heal my spirit? Can you heal my soul? Can you actually get me to a part of my place in life that I truly need to get on the destiny path of life of healing? Can you actually do that for me? And pray and tell God for real that you really need his forgiveness. And like I told y'all, I would actually want to have a woman in my life. Now, like I said, dating trans women, I still support trans women. But like I said, that time of my life, that chapter of my life is over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for me to be the true, more authentic me for your brother Sketch of Peaze. For me to actually discard the voids in my life that truly has been holding me back. That's why for 2025 is going to be my improvement of transformation of wisdom year for me. My true walk of alignment of my life that's truly been dormantly, slightly derailed for myself. Even though I've been God conscious here tit for tat the whole time, I haven't really reached that true opening within myself to reach that higher chakra within myself. Because like I said, in this life you need purpose, man. Without purpose, you have no purpose. That's why people say, oh, I got a 9-to-5 job. Oh, I'm working. Okay, that's good in the gang, oh. But do you really want to have that trueness of purpose that's been instilled in you the whole time, and really actually take that walk to the next level? Do you really? Because now finally, one of my ex-girlfriend's friends, he's finally taking that walk. I've been telling him for years, man, hey, take that extra step. I've shown him a little bit, take the extra step. In one shape or form. And like I said, he was an MP hating spirit, at time, but like I said, he still didn't have God in his heart. In some case and place. Went through the same thing, similar in my relationship previously now. And he had to really actually see the light for the first time in his life, in some way, shape, or form, at least a little bit. He's still on his journey. You know, everybody's on a different journey, path in their life and their own destinies. But I had to kind of give him a little bit of that slight encouragement at times in the past of how to beat the devil, how to outwit the devil, how to outsmart him. But see, nobody don't want to take that walk. They don't want to go that extra mile. They don't want to follow God. They don't want to follow the spirit of through giving another soul a chance at life, a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, sixth chance at most. So like I said, sometimes you gotta leave people behind. And like I said, that you know, a lot of brothers, chosen brothers out there, like Brother Jordan, Brother New Breed, Brother Transgenius, you know, female chosen ones out there, you know. You know, we talk about this something all the time. And now I'm even waking up even more to everything that has been missing out of my life. Everything that, even though I've been saying previously for years through my products of my songs, products of my product of my clothing brand, products of being a influential motivational speaker, and also being so many other variables of things that God has blessed me with, all the talents in the world that you can only possibly imagine. It's just the fact that when people are not in alignment with you, yeah, it's a bittersweet pill to swallow, even though I had to actually take that hit every single day, living in this house, living this place that I had before previously. I had to take that hurt. I had to take that walk with God, and I had to see the actual experiences for myself to encounter of how devastatingly deceitful and decrepit and just miraculously egregious how this society of this world of human beings truly actually are. And I'm sure that I probably might see that even more going into my future as getting older in this world, within this temporary world, this temporary life on this flat earth that we live in. And like I said, even myself, I had hopes of becoming somebody, even though that's not where it's at no more. No, where it's at is that now it's time to go under the grid. It's time to go to where a base in life where you said to yourself, hey, enough is enough. It's time to make that contentment of commitment for oneself. And giving the younger generation out here the teachings that has been missing through all generations in their lives. And giving people hope, giving people joy, giving people inspiration, giving people the things that truly sets them free apart from this miraculous slave mentality, slave society that we live in. And when people can't go on that walk with you, you got to cut them loose. And I had to cut my ex loose. I had to cut certain family members loose. I had to cut ex-friends loose. And it hurts. Sometimes it hurts. It hurts to the core, man. It even hurts still slightly a bit right now. The memories. But, you know, some of those memories or whatnot were pretty much kind of turned more into nightmares now. Of what could have been, what had been. Upon what God has made. And where things really had to take a turn in people's lives, and had to take a turn in my life personally. And sometimes you just gotta get real with yourself, man. People say they think they're getting real with themselves, but they're not. They're still holding that shadow work of darkness that needs to be worked on within inside themselves. That still hasn't been released yet. They still haven't released that dark omen inside their heart and their soul and their spirit. That dark aura of themselves. See, that's just been the thing that has led people astray so many times. It's not even fucking funny. It's not even funny. And you know, when a person actually humiliates you, like humiliation rituals that they do in Illuminati Masonry, when, you know, the same thing it would do the same for the regular average human beings like you and I out here. People could put you through those humiliation rituals, and they put you through those decapitated, condescending situations that you never thought you actually would get yourself out of, or they still want to keep you dormant, to keep yourself in, to keep you frustrated and angry and confused about life, about yourself. But see, they don't want to do the shadow work inside themselves. They don't want to do that inner job within what they still holding on to. And that's why people fall apart. That's why systems and structures fall apart. And that's why America and parts of the world, anything going to 2025 to 2099, whatever year it might be from now to the future, I'm telling you, it's going to all come to pass within the prophetic of the predictions of these things. Not only myself, but other brothers and sisters out there that's chosen within from God has bestowed upon this knowledge to you guys. And it's only going to get worse and worse from here, even more deeper. And that's why it's very important to be up on your game every day, all the time. Even though certain things are out of your control. Just like last night, I went on, a little home date in a little bit. Fortunately, my car got tempted by perpetrators, possibly. And that was a sign from God. But here's the thing, though. They didn't even take nothing out of the car. Nothing. Not my possessions. Anything. See, that was a sign from God right there. They say, you know what, man? Do you know what, brother Sketch of Peace? I got you. Even through what you're doing